Hey y'all, I'm Joe, and welcome back to the Android. Or no, it's the Cyborg Apocalypse. It's been a minute, fam, since I've been since I've recorded here, about a day or two. We have a lot of things that we really need to be taking care of today. One of those things involves coming over here. Easy now, boys. Easy. You guys are hunting those boomalopes. Go right ahead. Just hopefully, well, it's raining out, so it'll be fine. I want to come over 25. Because 25 potato tiles per person is a really good way to do things. Now that we got that there, I kinda want to come up here, right? Listen to me. Let's shrink this. That's not correct. So I'm worried about not having enough hill root. Alright, we're gonna expand this zone back out here and just make sure this is hill root. That's definitely something I don't want to have to deal with. All right, and then right here, I want to expand this back out, just like that. Next part up is I want to go into grow, and we're going to have everybody growing. And should I have everybody plant cutting too? I don't think so. It's going to slow us down a little bit, but this is just something we got to do, y'all. In the early part, especially when you play on a harder setting or in an environment that's a little bit more extreme. We're not really in a majorly extreme environment right now, but we have enough wealth, I do believe, to cause us issues. Yeah, we do. So because of that, there's a billion things that we got to do. Food is always going to be one of those things that just has to be done. Always has to be done. So speaking of that, I want to come over here. I want to do until I have X. And we're just going to set this to 200 for now. I also want to make sure that we're not getting any insect corpses in here. We're not. Good. And I also want to make sure we're not. Let me just close all this. I wish it was a mod. Give me a button to just get rid of all that. Animal corpses, insect corpses, perfect. We're not holding on to any of that business. We're going to have to go out of this for now because we need machining. Or could we get away with it? You know what? Let's try to get away with it. Where would be Androids 1 at again? We'll keep that in mind. Maybe we can get through it some other way. But we gotta have everybody harvesting. We gotta have there's just so many things we gotta have to have. One more thing right here. I've redesigned the bedrooms. Oops, did not mean to do that. Go ahead and do this. I'm redoing kind of how the bedrooms work here. For one, I want to have a bathroom, a shower, a sink, for hand cleaning and all that. Because if I want all that in the one area, so to do that, we gotta redo some stuff. Let's get a few orders out here. We don't really need this right now, but I'm mostly just knocking that off to get up to here. Speaking of that, we might as well go ahead and do this. Put this one up too. I wonder. Yeah, buddy, this is probably a good idea. I know it is. In my heart, it's telling me it's a good idea. We also need to get some burn pit action rolling in here. Oh, and we can take care of all these bodies. For one, we're not going to be able to harvest everything. I don't have the mod setting cranked up too high, but we'll be able to get a bit of body parts out of there. I don't know how much. Yeah, this is taking a hot minute. Let's go ahead and crank it up to 11. We have 16 meals. Good. That is also the good. I want to come in here. Okay. Not doing anything in there that I don't want to do. I want to go here and I want to get rid of the paused when satisfied thing. I usually have that up there, but sometimes it just causes a problem. Another thing that's causing a problem is the lack of wood that we're having here. The early starts, especially when you have a colony like that we're currently starting with, even though our skills aren't all that great, there's still a good amount of us, y'all. So because of that, fam, our wealth just goes up and up and up. Now I need to get into storage here. So I want to grab, do I want to grab a pallet? Do I want to grab a skip? I want to grab a skip for now. And we're going to use that for wood storage. Have you all even started on the potatoes yet? You have. Good deal. That still needs to be planted. That still needs to be planted. And all that's going to have to be planted by Logan, I think. So he's got plant cut to there. I'm going to have to change it down to this, I think. And just change it to that. That would be better. That would be much better. Are we looking on meals? 13 meals. Somebody's off hunting when they could be growing stuff. Oh, it's Conley, so that's fine. I thought that might have been Logan, but then I remembered I don't have it set for Logan to do stuff. Logan, why aren't you planting things, bud? Oh, you're cooking and doing all the butcheries. Maybe there is a way that I can change this around again. Let's pop this open. Logan, we'll set that to a 2. That should help you out. I hope. All right, now down here, I guess I could go ahead and grab this there, and we're gonna have to reinstall. Might as well reinstall all this up here because this is gonna be our little like dining rec area. Always like to do my rec and dining rooms all in the same space. All right, let's check out this little Manhunter pack we got out here. Well, I guess it's not too little. I'll let them kind of go up here a bit. We'll grab everybody. We'll kind of come over here. Is that going to be like a safe enough distance for us to do things? I hope so. Let's back it on up a bit here. Oh, we still got a couple Manhunters out. This was a bad idea. Coming this way, boys. Oh God, seeing no. That turned out to be a horrible idea. Let me prioritize. Let me rescue. Let's see if we can. We'll see if we can salvage this. Having Sin fall down right now is horrible. Horrible. Joe, you're tending to Sin. Good boy. You go do that. I should have looked out before I went down there. That was the worst idea I've ever had. Hopefully this Tink, well, he's got medicine, so either way, he'll be fine. Good to go, son. Good to go. I'll leave you on medical for now. Maybe a little bit of self-tending here wouldn't hurt too much. Okay, good. I did have some herbal medicine. I was worried there for a minute that I wouldn't have any. Ah, that was rough. That was rough, boys. I should have done that a little better. Oh, wow, look at that. Sin's already back up and out. Okay, less rough than before. Less rough than before. Put you on nurse, take you off nurse. I added the nurse mod into the mod pack here. All right, someone is on starvation. Who is it? It's probably Sin, right? Oh, no, you're fine. Okay, well, that happened. All right, Hunter still likes the ranged weapon. Sin, go over here and pick this up, for the game has a heart attack and spazzes out beyond all form of control here. Transport pod relationship. Illegal junker named Bates. Bates has a relationship with colonist Sin. It's Sin's mother. Okay. Bates. Let me see how you are. Please have good medical. You have horrible medical. You're neurotic. And trigger happy. Huh. The unending march. I can't really do that right now. So, Sin, how do you feel about your mother? Is this gonna hurt your mood? Well, if I hit the right button. You're indifferent. Great. Perfect. Well, not really indifferent. She just doesn't really care. All right, our next big priority is getting this enclosure built. It's a pretty big enclosure for what it is. You know what? I could probably go ahead and just speed this up a bit. It's not doing a whole lot, but it's something. It'll help. Keep these animals out of here so that they'll stop eating their crops. That's priority right there. A mammoth monument. Well, that's what I feel about that quest. I don't really, when it comes to quests, I don't particularly care for the monument building quests. I don't know why I don't like them, but I absolutely refuse to do them. I don't know why. Oh, that's helpful. We only have one female in the crew, but still, that's still helpful. Because Sin is still recovering a bit, right? You know what? That was such a horrible idea. I should have. You know what? I think it's where I haven't played in a while. You know what I mean, guys? It's like you go for a minute and then you start making more mistakes than what you would normally make. Let me go ahead and cancel all of this. I want all focus over here on getting this enclosure built. Because these freaking rhinos, man, they come in and they eat our freaking herbs, and they eat our cotton, and they eat all of our things. So that needs to not happen. Yeah, everything is pretty much at a straight up standstill right now. We're just waiting. We're trying to, like I said before, we're trying to maintain our food. Keep that at a constant level. Oh yeah, give me that hill root. Food is looking better. Much better. Now that I've got pretty much everybody focused down here, which is killing our progress. Man, this is just gonna be the episode of progress killing. Well, once we can make our own colonists, or once we can get a colonist worth keeping. Although Sin's mother could have been worth keeping in some way. But I don't really know if I want to deal with all that right now. A thing that we could do is drop down a nutrient paste dispenser, but since we're in an environment that's permanent summer, I see no reason to use the nutrient paste dispenser. It is a super awesome piece of kit in this game. You can ignore so many things, like you don't get food poisoning. You don't have to worry about stocking up as much food. Because for one, well, I mean, not necessarily stocking up as much food. What I meant to say was is you don't have to devote so much time to your food. Because all it takes is just for somebody to go out and kill a few things or grow a few things, not even that, and then just dump it in the nutrient paste dispenser. Actually, I wanted to look at that quest. Let me bring that back up. The Savage Squirrels. 13 manhunting squirrels. Yeah, we could take that. But do I really want Glitter World medicine right now? And do I want to deal with 13 manhunting squirrels? Nah, not right now. Unless we come across a quest that's for something like a vetriminic paracel or something like that. Let me go ahead and just put some firefighting in here. Unless we can get like I said, the power cell, then we're pretty much going to wayside a lot of early quests. Not really something that's in our cards right now. Now, one thing, since this is up, should I go ahead and just kind of like play off this right here for our little base, and we can set up a kill box over here somewhere? Or should I stick to the plan? I don't know. Man, decisions are hard. Decisions are hard. You know, I think we're good right now that I could kind of take Kun Lee off of hunting. I could probably take Sin off of hunting too. We might be at a good little spot here just to tone it down a little bit and let them get back and kind of do a bit more base stuff. Like, for example, finishing this needs to be finished, or doing the research that we need. Because, like I said, if we can get to where we're building our own colonists, then we will progress some more, because we could get like, we get a Hallbot up first and going, you know, somebody who's going to go around and do all the things. We can make all the robots, you know, working the farm over here too, you know, growing our food, getting crops up and stuff. Plus, not only that, later on, we can always upload. That animatree. It kind of made me jump a little bit. We can always upload our tier 1 androids later into a more, good lord, into a more powerful version of what they currently are. Wow, it's just been super quiet. Except for the mistake that I made at the very beginning, which it didn't cost us anything. It turned out we're fine. Sin is good to go, which Sin is our only medic, so losing her would be detrimental to the entire colony right now. Which, speaking of, it's always a good idea to try to have more than one good medic, if you can. Let's see what these guys is going to bring in here for us. Let's kind of speed things up just a little bit more, so I can get to this guy. This bolt action rifle we can get rid of. Are we possibly able? We can only get one piece of medicine. That's fine. Will not be a problem once we get into stuff like, what's it called? The autopsy mod. Once we can start cutting people up, we'll have plenty of valuable stuff to sell. Downside to that is our wealth will skyrocket real fast. And that's something that I really want to manage as much as possible, y'all. Because listen to me. This game will straight up killify you if you let it. I'd really like to figure out a way to bring my wealth down. I don't really. Oh man, there's nothing that I can sacrifice really. You know, I could probably get rid of one of these. Could I? Maybe. I don't want to. Another thing that I could come through later and do is get rid of the ceiling fans. Market value 111. That's something that I could do. You know what? We're not using this ceiling fan. We get in here and deconstruct that. Let me look at something here right fast. Or is it at furniture? Drop that in there like that. Take this and this, and we would deconstruct both of those. Conley, get up here. Rip these apart, boo. Right? That's probably not going to affect our wealth all that much. But it is something. We're going to have to do that with all of these, actually, aren't we? I'll wait on these down here. And get those lights built up there, maybe. Alright, fam. I think this is going to be a good spot to stop. Not a whole lot of excitement. Man, just really needed to get that built right there. Once that's built, I'll feel a lot better about our food situation. But the food situation is going to keep going up, ain't it? You know, I might have to tone back raw meat and just go with vegetables as much as possible. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I'm probably going to have to do. But anyway, you all, as always, when in doubt, crowbar out.